Hi, my name is Adrian Ellis and I composed the music for the Scarehouse. Today we're going to take a little behind the scenes look at how the music was created. I'm always looking for unique ways to design a score that will be part of the fabric of the actual film itself. And one of the great opportunities working with Scarehouse was that I was actually able to visit the production space during filming. There was a lot of really cool stuff that I found there that I actually ended up recording and using in the finished score. So without further ado, please enjoy the behind the scenes on the making of the Scarehouse score.
That's a cut. That's a cut.
The Scarehouse marked the second time I've had the pleasure of working with director-writer Gavin Michael Booth. Our first outing together was on a short film he wrote called To Hell with Love. The score for that was a blend of guitar, strings, synth ambiances, and sound design. We developed a convention of threading an old song playing on the radio into the score itself, which created a really unsettling feeling and really bound the scenes and the score together.
Was it like a dream?
No. Just black.
Good. Very good.
With the score of the Scarehouse, we expanded on this idea of incorporating found sounds even further. When Gavin showed me photos of the space they would be shooting the bulk of the film in, I got excited because I saw the potential for a lot of really interesting sound experimentation. I hopped on a train and went down to Windsor where they were shooting. Once I got there, they'd already switched to overnight shoots because of a construction crew that was working during the day. That basically meant I had an entire day in the haunted attraction set in order to record all the things I wanted to do. It was the middle of August, it was absolutely boiling, and there was no AC or ventilation in this building. It was real torture being in it. And it was also really creepy. I mean, I was walking around these spaces all by myself. Some of the things they had set up there were really just intended to give you the creeps. The massive haunted attraction offered both a plethora of cool junk to record and spaces to record in. An old multi-unit mailbox offered a great alternative to a snare drum.
Abby, can you hear me? Lisa, run! Behind you!
This old clawfoot bathtub sounded pretty cool on its own, but once I started processing the sound, the stretched and reverb-drenched results are haunting. We also found old pipes, bins, trash cans, and a lot more. These are my favorites so far.
Those are the film platters from a movie theater.
Oh, really?
That's what the 35mm reel sits on when it spins. So that's even more fitting for a score.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, these things sound amazing. They sound like timpani. I spent a sweaty day inside the creepy building, collecting every imaginable sound. You see how it breaks? I'm not doing that. It's not my voice. It's just doing it. Actually, that's how a horn works.
So that scene where we need the elephants mating.
Sounds like Dory talking to whales.
In the basement was an old swimming pool that had been partly boarded over. This old tile room had its own special reverberating sound, and I thought it would be fun to try some vocal experiments with the two leads, Sarah Booth and Kimberly-Sue Murray. I didn't have a specific plan, but just a bunch of ideas. We did vocal swoops and dives. From lowest note to highest note over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna eat that bitch for breakfast.
Eerie two-note undulations. Keep it going, keep it rolling, and just see if you can sort of not match each other's breathing. Whispers. and finally animal-like howls, screams, and wails. The two of them got quite into it, and apparently worked quite well as a stress reliever.
Beautiful, thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much.
We should do that every day to get a character.
Off to the movies we will go to hear lots of music that we don't know.
Once I got back to my studio, I began to play extensively with the library of sounds I'd captured and started to conceptualize how they might fit into the score. I also had an old upright piano that I'd prepared and basically used for sonic experimentations and other torture. I'm just going to take the action out of it so we can access the naked strings.
Ooh, naked.
I played the naked strings with mallets and drumsticks. And even used a horsehair from a violin bow to bow the strings on the piano. Gavin and Sarah even got into the action and helped play some of the eerie sounds you hear in the film.
Ooh, that was fucking cool. Nice.
And I trust in the Lord our God.
Holy shit.
Just such tragedy.
How long has she been here?
Tragedy, yeah.
5 days?
Fuck off.
All the sounds I created ended up getting blended in with the other elements of the score. To match the visual homage Gavin paid to 80s horror films, I combined orchestral score with some retro synth textures and rhythms, along with guitars, bass, and solo violin and cello performances. The girls' screams became great tension-building elements, and their eerie singing in the time-stretched bathtub became the bedrock for many scenes. By a stroke of luck, I happened to be overseas recording music for another project, and was able to piggyback recording a full string orchestra for the final cue of the film. This is really the icing on the cake and give the final scenes of the movie a little bit of extra emotional currency.